Welcome back, Nigeria fans, and hello to whichever Rwanda fans chose to watch this video. My name is Ayoti, and you're watching EaglesTracker, the home of Nigerian football. Today, we are shining a spotlight on the players who could be deciders in the Nigeria versus Rwanda match in the FIFA World Qualifiers on March the 21st. Let us meet the potential game changers. First up, we have Nigeria's Victor James Osimhen. I mean, come on, this guy is a beast. Playing for Galatasaray this season, he scored goals for fun. He has 23 goals and has made 5 assists for his club this season. And of course, we know what Victor Osimhen does when he plays for Nigeria as well. Imagine a 6-foot striker, lightning quick, with a knack for beautiful headers, and always gives absolutely everything on the field. Osimhen is undoubtedly Nigeria's go-to man. If Rwanda's defense blinks, he will punish them. And so I have to highlight him as one of the potential deciders of this fixture. There's also Ademola Lookman. We cannot forget him. Picture him sprinting down the wing, cutting inside, firing a goal into the bottom left corner. Ademola Lookman has been so impressive for Atalanta as well as for Nigeria. And of course, we know he is the reigning CAF player of the year, the best player in Africa. Can Ademola Lookman help us to get revenge in Kigali? That is the big question. But if I was a betting man, I'll have to put some money on Ademola Lookman being one of the key players and a potential game changer for the Super Eagles if we are supposed to get a positive result against Rwanda in Kigali. I mean, I'm not just going to talk about Nigeria and not give some credits to Rwandans. Of course, they beat us in November, so we cannot ignore that. There's Rwanda's Innocent Nshuti. He's their hero. He scored the winner against Nigeria in November. He plays in Azerbaijan, so he's not a big name, but he has a lot of heart. And he fights and gives absolutely everything for his country. Think of a striker that thrives under pressure, that always pops up when it matters. That is Innocent Nshuti. He's one of the players that I highlighted before the game in November. And of course, he punished us without winning goal. So the Super Eagles will need to watch him closely. And of course, we cannot sleep on Jihad Bizimana. He's the midfield engine of Rwanda. Good vision, good passes. I expect Rwanda to play on the counter, and if their counter attacks will click, it is largely going to be because of him. He is one of their key players, and he is someone that will need to win the midfield battle against the likes of Ndidi, the likes of Onyedika. They are going to have their work cut out because Bizimana is someone that likes to dictate the game for Rwanda, and if we're supposed to stop them, then we would need to do better than he does on the day. And of course, their goalkeeper, Fiacre Ntwari, he is a wall. He is an absolute wall. This guy makes saves for fun. I highlighted him in particular before the AFCON qualifier match in November. I highlighted him, and boy, did he come through on that day. We saw the performance he put in. I think he made about 9 saves in that match. He was the major reason why the Super Eagles were not able to get the positive results in that match. So, of course, our players need to be smart. They need to pick their spots better. They need to be clinical if they are supposed to get some shots and some attempts past this fantastic goalkeeper. Now, let's talk about some head-to-head battles that we'll potentially see during that game. I'll start with Victor Osimhen versus Rwanda's entire backline. Osimhen is so good that you know he always attracts a lot of attention. Teams will have to game plan for him. They will try to put multiple players on him. But the big question is, can Rwanda's backline contain Victor Osimhen? Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon versus the Rwandan fullback. Speed versus discipline. I expect them to come and try to play fairly compact. I expect them to play with a potential back 5 or maybe even back 6 if one of their midfielders also drops in to help the defense. But when Simon and Lookman are going up against their fullbacks, can they stay focused? Can they stay disciplined? We know how tricky these players can be. Any bad tackle, you're considering a penalty. You're considering a free kick in a dangerous area. You're getting a yellow card, potentially getting a red card. They're not going to allow us too much space, but when these players have some space to run into, they can be very, very dangerous. And I think it is going to be a key matchup for us. And then finally, I will say Innocent Nshuti versus William Troost Ekong and Calvin Bassey. They are going to try to hit us on the counter attack. They are absolutely going to try to do that. Are we going to underestimate this man again? Are we not going to give him the attention that he commands? Are we going to just allow space behind our defense so that it's fairly easy for him to get in front of goal? If we do, we could potentially be punished. I think this is another battle that could be very key and could help to define this game. These guys have the spark. Let me know in the comments, who is your own pick to shine? Who do you think will be the player that lifts either Nigeria or lift Rwanda to victory in this match? Okay, now let's talk a little bit about tactics, about styles, and about strategies. Nigeria, we have Eric Shell, appointed in January 2025. He's the ex-Mali boss. Eric Shell loves a 4-3-3 attack, attack, attack. This man likes his team to play good football and likes his team to score goals. So picture Victor Osimhen up front, Chukwueze Osimhen on one side, Lookman on the other side, into the holding the midfield, a lot of firepower. But, of course, we've seen in the qualifiers that we can struggle to break teams down when they play us with a low block. When we face teams that are very compact, we can struggle. So far in the qualifying rounds, we have 3 draws and 1 defeat. So things are not looking good for us. Now the challenge for Eric Shell. Can he get the attack clicking? Will he be able to get the team flowing like we did not see under the previous coach, Negwavon? We know that since the last AFCON, the Super Eagles have not really clicked at the level that they should have. We'll push high. I have no doubt about that. We'll press hard. But Rwanda beat us in November. And if we're sloppy, counterattacks can kill us again. Discipline is key. Effort is key. Coach Eric Shell has said that he wants players that will run for every single ball, that will chase everything down, that will play with blood, sweat, and tears. And I really hope that we see this, because this is something that is very important if we're supposed to get the better of Rwanda on this day. No doubt, talent for talent, man for man, Nigeria is superior. But you know the saying that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. We will have to work extremely hard to break them down. And hopefully, once we score a goal, things can ease up a little bit. Spaces can open up. Gaps can start to appear that weren't appearing before. And we can kill the game and get a confident, positive result. Now, let's switch to Rwanda. Rwanda just hired a new coach, Nigerian tactician. If you go back and watch the teams that he has coached before, all does he likes to defend. I mean, Rwanda already was a team that you would expect to come and play Nigeria on the counter-attack. But with this new coach, I feel like they are going to be more compact. They are going to be more organized. Maybe a 4-4-2, maybe a 4-2-3-1. They will try their best to sit deep, low block, and try to soak pressure. And then, bam, busy man and a shooting strike on the break. That's how they stunned us last time. We really, really hope that they don't do that again. We hope that they cannot stun us again. They are going to try to frustrate Nigeria. They know that we have more quality on the ball. But if they pick their moments right, they, of course, have an opportunity to score a goal and have an opportunity to win. Whenever we concede first, we struggle a lot to come back and win the game. And even if we do not concede first, if we allow them to equalize, it can put heads down. It can make players start to lose their belief. And of course, it can be very dangerous for us. Their goalkeeper, Fiakre Ntwari, I think he'll be busy. But if he can manage to hold firm, they can erupt in the attack. It's classic underdog stuff. It's David versus Goliath. It's great over glamour. They are not going there to try to play fancy football against us. They are not going there to try to show that they are a better football inside than us. But they are going to appear with a solid game plan of soaking up that pressure and try to hit us on the break. And I really, really do hope that we're prepared for that. We cannot afford to leave silly gaps in our attempts to just go all out and attack and score. That's why a lot of people were not too happy when the coach only decided to call 2 centre-backs in the first place. Now, because of Nathan Teller's injury, it's become 4 centre-backs. But I think this game is going to be a tactical showdown. He has flair and attacking prowess versus Rwanda's grit, and they are still in defense. Can Eric Shell's team unlock that defense? Or will Rwanda pull off another upset? Honestly, I wasn't just thinking about it. I'm on the Nigerian side. I hope that we're able to get positive results. But I know that, honestly, a team that we shouldn't really be concerned about, anything can actually happen. What's your take, you that's watching? Do you think offense wins or do you think defense wins? Do you think the Super Eagles will be able to break them down or do you think counterattacks can hurt us again? Leave your thoughts in the comment below. I want to hear from you. I would engage with as many people as possible. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. In the next video, I'll be talking about head-to-head. I'll be talking about who I think will start the game. And of course, I'll be talking about predictions for the match before I do another video with a full match preview where we cover every single thing a day or two before the game. Thank you very much. My name is Ayoti. This is EaglesTracker, the home of Nigerian football. Your go-to sport for everything Super Eagles and Nigerian football in general. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you on the next video, guys. Bye-bye.